All right. Hey, Marcus Chan here, founder of, Bentley Consulting Group. And I'm so excited for one of the most successful students to be on here with me today, Aisha Sadiq. Aisha, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. So hi everyone. Hi, Marcus. My name is Aisha, and you pronounced my name correctly. I'm super impressed. As you can guess from my accent, I'm in the UK, and I get all types of variations for my name, Aisha, Isha. But in the States, you guys know how to pronounce my name, Aisha. So Aisha, I'm in real estate. So I sell commercial property to all industries across all sectors, and I have over 10 years worth of commercial sales experience.
Awesome. Well, I'm so lucky to have you on. Excited to chat with you today because you've had a lot of success, and I'm excited for us to share some of that today. So, now, first off, before you joined our program, what was the problem or challenge you were running into?
Yeah. So Marcus, I came across you actually. It was sort of in March. From what I remember, it was mid-March. We were in a severe lockdown. So for me, I really wanted to sort of fine tune and readjust my sort of sales techniques. I'm Sandler trained. However, for me, I felt like there's got to be a different way of trying to make contact with prospects, because currently right now I'm unable to pick up the phone and to speak to my prospects. Yeah, and actually I suppose I wasn't actually purposely looking for that training, but I literally came across you. So I wasn't even actually connected to you on LinkedIn. However, it was a podcast. So there's some guys in the UK. I follow Alex Elaine, and another guy called Chris. I don't follow him, but now I do because of you.
Yeah,
I follow all
great
these
guys.
amazing
Yeah.
people. Yeah. And I was scrolling through, as I do now. I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. I think I spend more time on LinkedIn than Instagram these days. However, it was you. So I was scrolling through, listening to podcasts and so on and forth. And then I was drawn to you, your energy and your passion. It was absolutely amazing. You were going through the discovery call and uncovering the pain and all these sort of frustrations and trigger points and diving in further. And that actually made me sit up. I remember actually, it was like a jolt out of the blue as I sat up and I was like, who is this guy? And then I did as anyone would do, they're curious to know more about this person. I connected with you, you connected with me. And the thing is, I was like super wow, because you actually sent me a personalized video. I think it was a voice recording. Again, never had that done to me before. I was like, wow, okay. And then it was just more added value in terms of inviting me to a Facebook group. And I've actually made some great acquaintances on that group. And the added value of, various blogs and support. And it's a community. So I would suggest everyone to check it out. Since then, it's evolved. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm super chuffed, I have to say. Super chuffed
I
because
love
you've
that.
changed my life.
Well, and I really, it means a lot to me, right? I put a lot of work into, 99% of stuff I put out there is designed to be free and to be super helpful and to help people, learn to sell. And obviously if they want to work with me more, great, but even without that, that's my goal, is to help people regardless, right? Now, obviously there's a lot of, quote unquote, sales trainers and training programs out there. Why did you choose, our program over any other program?
Yeah, because without a shadow of a doubt, I believe in you. I love your passion. I love your energy. You keep giving back. You're like the gift that you literally don't stop giving. You keep giving. I signed up to the program, and I've got to say, fantastic value for money. The thing is, my analogy, and I'm reflecting now. It's like, why on earth would you have the same haircut and the same hairstyle? Of course, I'm Sandler trained. It was over 10 or 11 years ago. However, as athletes as well, they fine tune, you look at different techniques, markets are adapting, and I didn't want to be left behind. Now, got the added value, joined I believe it was a Zoom call, and you know, haven't looked back. As I said to you, you know, I'm getting so much more traction on LinkedIn. I'm having much more meaningful conversations with prospects. I actually am getting through to the techniques that I've acquired from you. I would say the voicemail, you know, that we've spoken about, the technique for the voicemail. That's like super cool, because I'm getting, especially in the UK, I suppose the technique that you've taught me in the UK, people are generally very, very curious, and hence why, I don't know if that's in America, but the British are quite nosy. So yeah, amazing. I should have done this a long time ago, but that's definitely a positive. The other positive is that the techniques that you've taught me on LinkedIn, how to sort of create posts and content. I mean, I was in the city on Tuesday, and probably the most amazing post that I've had to date, in terms of, like, it's had 6,000 views and over 100 likes, and just someone like me, that's like, wow, you know, and people are engaging on the post. It's relevant to my industry, and you've actually taught me how to do that. Furthermore, the other positives would be getting past the gatekeeper. Yes. Again, when we have our updates, I'm getting past the gatekeeper, and one guy was actually a bit rude to me. He said, "Oh, I'm going to complain about you. How dare you? How did you get through?" And yeah, you know, initially I was a bit embarrassed, because I was like, but then again, you reflect, don't you? And I was like, okay, wow. I mean, you know, this guy, he seems like a dragon, but I was able to get through. So that was super cool. I'm connecting, so your network as well, you know, my LinkedIn connections, it was Jonathan Mahan, we're yes. Also connections. And actually the other thing, which I suppose, in terms of the question that you asked me, Aisha, why did you sign up? I joined a company. So February, I left, you know, a company, quite a successful global business within real estate. I left that business to join. I was headhunted by a Series A startup, and I was there. I joined in March, and 2 weeks in the role, we had the COVID lockdown, and lockdown was quite severe in the UK. So again, when I was, you know, sort of came across your video, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, look, I need to sort of learn some skills, or just, you know, again, fine tune, because potentially, I don't know if my job's secure because of this COVID situation, right? You know, you need to sort of always plan for the plan B. And yeah, I'm super glad I joined your program, because I was able to, you know, the story, which is that the day I was made redundant, and yeah, sort of the foresight that I had. So I was in the role for like 4 months. Not to say I did really well in the role, but then they sort of re-strategized. They were looking for more of a junior. It wasn't for me anymore. However, the day I was made redundant, I was able to post a video onto LinkedIn, and it had over 4,000 viewings, and I was connected, one of my connections, loads of connections actually, endorsing me. I had so many DM me. One in particular is the CFO of the company I work for. He said, Aisha, please forward your CV over. I see what I could do. I sent it over, and lo and behold, within 2 weeks, I was employed by them, and I'm actually ready for a promotion soon too.
I'm
amazing. Really happy.
I mean, what I love about your story is, you know, like, you know, you weren't even looking to join a program like this, right? You know, you're doing well, and you came across me, found a lot of value in the free content. And then when you joined the program, yes, like, you were not only able to, I mean, you definitely tackle into the social selling pieces of, you know, doing, like, you know, posting content, doing the video DMs, generating leads, you're closing business. And then on top of that, you know, you were put in a situation where, you know, you were made redundant. So then you use those same skills to go and get a job, land a new job within a couple weeks. Yes. And a short time later, you are now you're looking at a promotion. Is that right?
Yeah. And even my boss, so many of the leadership team, they're like, Aisha, what are you on? As in, like, you have so much passion and energy, and you know, we don't get it. But it's great, because all the other sales reps are a bit somber, a bit negative. But they're like, what's going on with you? Why why is there such a contrast with you? And again, with regards to the training that I've received from you, I've learned so much more in terms of, your morning routine. You need to have a really good morning routine. You need to get yourself uncomfortable. Otherwise you're not gonna, if you don't make those sacrifices, then you're not gonna, gain and reap the rewards. And I've learned so much from you in terms of what books to read, the mindset, the attitude, owning it and turning up every single day, and I'm such a big fan of yours. I really am.
I appreciate that. What's funny is, one of my very first programs I was looking to build, this is years ago, was on personal development, because I know how it changed my life, right? And then I thought, I love sales. So when I honed on building a sales program years ago, I'm like, I'm going to incorporate as much as I can of personal development all throughout, because that's really what sales is. When you become great at sales, you become great at developing yourself so you can get the better results.
Yeah.
And I love you personally have seen that. So that's very, very cool. Now,
thank you.
So if this is a deeper question, right? Because you share a lot of things that's really helped you the program, right? How has your life changed since getting all these results?
Yeah. Oh, it's enriched so much more, as in my morning routine. It's, I'm getting up earlier, and I actually, before I was a bit like, but my routine is rock solid. I'm, able to train more in terms of go for my running, eating clean, all these sorts of things. And, as you said, you have to put yourself, you have to get yourself, you have to be uncomfortable, and if you don't, so again, the other things that you taught are having like a solid hour or half an hour of calling, then you have a little break and all that, sort of to break up your day. Before, if I'm honest with you, I wasn't doing that. I was just like a horse, blinkers. Yeah. So whereas now I can break up my, I use my lunch break to go for a walk or go for a run, or just, it's so much more enriching. And
I love that.
It's almost like, again, you put the individual in you understand their mindset, and you understand everyone has a story, right? Everyone has a story. And again, it was almost psychological, as in, Aisha, why did you go into sales? And you really want to know more about that person, what sort of shapes them, motivates them, and all that stuff, right? Because that's one of the reasons why I went into sales. There is no sort of limit to what you can earn. And I love all these holidays. I love to travel. Sales has allowed me to do that and to own my life.
I love it, right? And I love it. I love all the personal pieces of you. It's like it's impacting your personal life, right? You feel healthier, you feel better, you're performing at a better level, right? And I love that. And people are literally looking at you and say, "Hey, Aisha, how are you like this? How are you this person that we want to be like?" And I love that, right? Now, if you were to look back since you joined the program till today, right? A few months later, if you were to quantify roughly how much revenue you've generated out of it, about how much revenue have you generated, do you think, just roughly off the top of your head? Or if you want to do off, what type of percentage of ROI have you gotten off joining the program?
Yeah, so I would say easily just under $1 million. Under $1 million, yeah.
Amazing. I mean, that's freaking, you've been in the program for like not even 6 months. No, hold on, like 3 months.
Yeah. And that's sterling as opposed to the dollar, right?
Right, exactly, right? So that's absolutely amazing, right? Now, where do you think your life would be like if you didn't join the program and start working with me?
That's a very good question, Marcus. Very, very good question. I believe, hand on my heart, I would more than likely be unemployed right now. The thing is, I'm not sure whether this is the case in the States. I suspect it is, but in the UK, it's not a candidate's market. It really isn't. There's like one job and there's 500 people applying for the job. So therefore, even more so right now, to be better connected, your network, so I managed to get this role from my network, right? So yes. I personally believe if I didn't invest myself when I did with you, I would be more than likely unemployed.
Wow.
And I would be with the rest of the individuals who haven't mastered these techniques, or you know, they're just expecting to apply for a role through normal channels, you know, sending your CV, a cover letter, and not doing things extraordinary to get noticed, which is what you taught me. And actually continuously you're teaching me.
I appreciate that. I mean,
And I love that.
that's
You
amazing,
know,
right? I mean, and I loved it too, because what I appreciate about you so much is, you know, you are coachable, you're executing, you're putting the work in. So I absolutely love that. Oh, looks like you have a little visitor there.
so,
Are you gonna say hi? Are
Roman,
you saying hi?
hello,
You're in the video.
hi.
You're in the video.
Oh, bless.
All right. Well, that's okay. He's a happy guy. So
Yeah,
work from home life. You gotta do what you gotta do.
that's right.
He's just dancing around. So
Oh, bless.
now, if there was anybody that's or someone that was watching on the fence about joining the program, you know, they're like, oh, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure if it's going to help me. What would you say to them?
Oh, so in terms of the question is, if someone was actually they're sitting on the fence, not sure whether they should do it, oh, without hesitation, you got to do it. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to be able to master these skills that I've truly achieved, and my other colleagues, friends within the community, within the group. It's a difference of actually, you know, being employed or not being employed for me, for sure. So I'm super pleased, because the thing is, I actually, Marcus, you know, when we had the training and stuff, I actually thought I potentially had longer in my role. In terms of, I thought maybe it would be March, but it was sooner, where they sort of re-strategized. So I'm super pleased that I was able to plant the seed sooner rather than later. And I seriously, hand on my heart, believe if I didn't have your training, I would be unemployed right now, like all those other people out there. You know. Yeah. So I would say, do it. You have to do it. You don't want to have the same hairstyle for the last 10, 15, 20 years, and you're going to acquire skills that you wouldn't even know how to acquire yourself. You need this, and Marcus is the best out there.
Awesome. Well,
yeah, I could have, you know, again, I'm sorry, I'm going on a bit of a tangent now. There's lots of wonderful individuals in the UK, and I could have had training from them. However, it was you caught my eye. You know, yeah. And actually, I was approached by a few of them maybe about a month or so ago, asking me if I was interested. I said, well, actually, I'm part of Marcus's group. So, yeah, you got to strike while the iron's hot, and yeah, you reap what you sow, right? So,
that's right.
Yeah, I'm your biggest fan.
Well, I'm a huge fan of yours. I really appreciate you, right? Because this is what I love about what I get to do is working with people like you who are open-minded, they're coachable, and when they put the work in, I mean, you've achieved phenomenal results. I mean, from revenue perspective to getting new jobs to becoming a better version of yourself, right?
Yep.
And I love all those things. So again, thank you so much for coming on today.
And I'm getting my promotion too, so I'm just waiting for the contract. So yeah, thank you, Marcus.
I love it. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. Seriously, I really mean it. I know I sometimes waffle and have a lot of energy, as most salespeople do. However, yeah, without a hesitation, you guys, you need to do it, because you don't know what you're missing out on. And the thing is, the job market is so tough out there. If you're not doing something extraordinary in terms of getting in front of your prospect as well, yeah, it's someone else is going to do it, right? And they're going to win the business over you. So you need to do it.